FX welcomes you back to Brighton, Colorado for tonight's Waffle House 300. And let's be honest, you cannot ask for better weather than here tonight. This afternoon, tonight, close to 60 degrees. It's warm, but it's a little chilly. Of course, by the end of the night, this place will be hot with some angry drivers. It's a 1 mile racetrack in Brighton, Colorado that acts like it's a short track. It's a little short track Saturday night. But it's on a Friday night. And here is your starting lineup. In row 1, we have the Lowe's Chevrolet and the Sun Energy 1 Chevrolet. Row 2, we have the Furniture Row, the 78 car, and the Quick Lane Ford. Row 3, we have the Auto Trader Ford and the Sunny D Ford. Row 4, we have the STP Ford and the Tide Toyota. Row 5, we have the AAA Insurance Ford and the Busch Beer Chevrolet. Row 6, we have the M&M 75th Anniversary Toyota and the Hausa Nation Chevrolet. Row 7, we have the 42 car and the Farmers Insurance Chevrolet. While we're here, let's go ahead and take mic up pole sitter Nate Sherman. Hey, Nate Sherman, this is DW here up in the FX booth. You got us? Yeah, what's up? I got you. How about it, man? You got a fast car. You brought the same short. This is a Friday night, probably one of the most exciting races of the year for you guys. Probably the best, one of the funnest races of the year. What's your confidence level going into tonight's race? We basically brought the same car that we almost won with last year, but we got pushed out of the way last second by the 78. Our car is pretty good on short runs, long runs. Me and the 24 are going to work together a lot tonight. If we're near each other, we're going to work together as much as we can, letting each other down in the front row. We both basically brought our cars from Rockingham here. Jacob 2-1 Rockingham. Won Rockingham, so he's going to be pretty strong tonight. Anyways, our Lowe's Chevrolet is really strong. Hopefully, we'll be up front at the end when it counts and get ourselves a win. And join the 24 in the playoffs. All right, have a good one down there. Tab 4, thanks. Now, tonight's race menu, 18 laps around this 1 mile oval that acts like a short track. Your goal, keep the equipment, take care of your car, take care of your equipment, and later tonight, you could end up in victory lane. If you take whoever takes care of their equipment best tonight may end up in victory lane. All right, DW, you know the drill. Friday night, short track racing under the lights. Many people cut their teeth on these kinds of deals. We are ready to race. See the Corvette Stingray peeling off. Pace car. All right, DW. It's time. All right, Hendrick boys, bring them down nice. Bring them down nice and easy. Green flags in the air and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys, and thank you, Nate Sherman. It's usually on these starts and restarts that guys are often bunched up and running into each other. Hopefully we don't see much in the way of any issues. But Nate Sherman actually let the 24 down right in front of him. And that 24 is pulling away. Might see a little bit of aggression here from the 43. Now, keep in mind, it's been it typically rains in the afternoon. Didn't do that earlier today with qualifying and all that. So this track's going to be very cold. You're going to see a lot of guys try to go as low as they can, maybe test some grooves early, but in the corners, you got 1 and 2, you can get away with running the apron a little bit. As we see a lot of side-by-side racing further back. In fact, Caleb Hoffman made a crazy bold move on the first lap to get next to the 6 and the 15. Looks like he's going to try to bring Brendan Little with him. Meanwhile, up front, Joseph Lombard up the hill after contact with the 22, it looked like. Maybe it was Zox Moon that moved him up the hill. And unfortunately, Alvin Alonso is going to be the big loser in this one. How about that 24 pulling from that away from the pack? And 43 and 17 are both going to fall towards the rear of the field. Alvin Alonso, typically, he was running a different lineup. The groove here is very wide, fairly wide. You typically see a lot of these guys typically try to go as wide, low as they can in the corners without touching the grass. Because we know with these cars and grass, it typically does not end well. Ooh, things are getting really dicey here between the 31 and the 88 moments ago. This was in turn 3. This was a few moments ago. To go, and then when the 43 and the 17 were moved up the track, this really bunched a lot of guys up. And then right here, 8 and 31 got together. And then back on the front stretch, this happened. Yeah, it just pushes them down the racetrack. Now there's a lot of smoke here out of the 31 from that little dust up between the two early on. And looks like 31 to 88 are getting near each other. I'm sure you'll probably see that a lot tonight. Already 3 laps in, we got fenders all beat up. And people already mad at each other. But so far, I'd probably say the happiest guy in Brighton High right now, that man in the 24 continuing to pull away. He's pulling away pretty good from the 48 as the caution comes out. Turn 4. It appears to be the case. That is the 6 of Peyton Beasley. And when you saw everybody check up there, 15 just drove right through you there, bud. Not sure what to do there. Too early in the race to be doing that shit anyway. Too much meaning too early to do that shit. Now let's look at the replay. If we look, you see the speed difference is pretty great. 15. I think the 6 is just trying to bring it through the turn. The 15 just got on the gas a lot quicker than the 6, I guess. He just got on there a lot quicker. And I think the than the 6 anticipated. He was probably expecting him just to lay back, but just got hit. You're on board the 6. All right, clear. Watch the 15. Really? Assholes. Really? Caution's out. We got hit in the back by the 15. Don't have much damage, just the 15 ran us over. And the 9. The 9 of Darnell Matthew. Keep in mind, this is his first race with the 9 team. Because after Texas, both the 15 and the 9 swapped. So this means the 15 of Mason Powers is going to be 15 of Mason Powers is going to be piloted by Mason Powers, and then 9 is going to be piloted by the by Darnell Matthew. And you see there that he'd moved up the hill because he knew the 24 was a lot faster. Well then, aggression early on, I guess. Jacob Tube is going to bring the field down for yet another restart. Alrighty, now gonna get set for a restart. Ready, great jump this time by the 24. Here as he clears the 20 here on the outside lane, going into 1 after that early spin. Now with the sun beginning to set here behind us. Now this track is going to begin to change even more. Temperatures are starting to cool off now. You're going to see guys go into the corners a lot deeper than they normally would. And this will lead to a likelihood of a big wreck possibly, because we know how aggressive these guys get on these types of tracks. That 24 is able to literally gap the field by half a second at least. You see Zach Speed, the 20, racing with Nate Sherman in 48. Door-to-door with him. There's our Fox Sports bug camera, our 360 bug camera. You see the camera on the left side of the car. That's how close people get here at this track, and that's how hard people are going to be racing here these next few weeks. Bumper to bumper, door to door on these short tracks is maybe get a little aggressive here. Aggressive, maybe a little bumper contact with each other. As wow, 4 wide back in the pack between 43, 27, 7, and 88. Wow. A little bit of chaos there further back. This is probably the tightest knot of cars I've seen. Whoa, they're getting ready to wreck here, so get out of there as quick as you can, please. Get out. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide right here. Heads up, they're looking for a place to wreck here. They're looking for a place to wreck big. While we're watching this snot up here, Jacob Tube is beginning to gap the field again. Here in front of, past the 4. Let's go on board the Sun Energy 1 Chevrolet. And listen to some radio communications from the 4. The 24 is really letting off a lot earlier than most people. Oh, we got a crash. Turn 4. Big contact here. Several cars, a couple cars here torn up. Looks like the 17's involved. The 11 is there. Oh, God. The 48 is involved. The 17 is there. There, he got hit again. The 43, Joseph Lombard, destroyed that car. See the 3 hit him. And the caution has come out. Wow. Look at all the oil here. There you see the 3. He brought some grass onto the racetrack. There's the 11 Sports Center Cup Series. Went on it down on his car. Joseph Lombard. There were 5 wide back there. Wow. Well, we're going to be stopping the field because there's a lot of oil, mostly from the 43 and the 10 and the 11. The 17 is on pit roads. I don't think it's the 3. He is quite a bit. Has some damage here. A lot on the right front. The 31 ran in the back of somebody here as we bring the cars to a stop here on the backstretch so we can allow some of the oil people to clean the oil in these cars. The 3 had a lot of contact there. I don't think he got much damage. He could probably continue once they get some tape on it. Same with the 17, but see, they're coming to rest here down the back. However, the damage for guys like the 31, the 7, and Caleb Hoffman all but stopped to miss this wreck. See, the 7 got hit square in the back. The 31, he pulled it into the grass. It's grass, leaving quite a bit of oil here. He pulled it probably about the 45-yard line here. See the Hot Wheels 44. He's getting out of his car. Yeah, he's getting out, guys. A lot of oil. He's fine. You see the 11 got clipped by the 17. 17 just lost under the 5. Nipped him pretty good. Really dinged the right front end on the 17. They're gonna have to fix it here on when we go back to yellow. But honestly, though, tough break for the 43. He had a great car tonight. Just got pushed back on the start, moved out of the way by the 22, and then unfortunately trying to get by an accident, got drilled in the driver's door because of all the oil and the debris. That's the whole reason we're all under this red flag. What's unique about turn 4 here is turn 4 at this place, it funnels quite a bit. So typically it narrows and then it goes back to how it normally is, typical side-by-side three-wide racing and all that. But off turn 4, that's probably going to be a trouble spot for a lot of guys tonight, especially if on these tight restarts, everybody getting all they can, and there's going to be times where they're going to run into each other. The red has been lifted. The caution has come back out. Quick red flag there. Getting rid of Dave Prince spray. Go back to the front stretch. Looks like somebody vaped on the front stretch. Look at all that. That smoke and the speedy dry that these guys are going to be kicking up here on this restart. See the 3. He's going to have to come in. He's got when he hit the 17, it was a lot of damage, but not really sure about 17. Yeah, steering's knocked up. I'm going to drive it around. I'm going to bring it in. We're done. Yeah, the car is killed. Yeah, we got killed here. Just lost it. Under the 5. Then here comes the 3. He comes in basically clean. He tries to get by on the top side. And then, bam. Then he just gets hit. Destroys the steering on that car. I'm amazed he made it around to stop with the rest of the field. Because he wanted a quick entrance to the garage, I guess. Jonathan Morrison on pit road. A few moments ago, he got back out. He is tail end of the longest line. Here we go. Sounds go for a NASCAR on Fox. Crank it up. Okay, ready? All right, go on. And leader is going, gone. Green. All right, rolling. 2 back. He's 2 back. All right, 2 back. Clear inside. 4 inside. 4's on the outside. 4's on the outside. 4's on the outside. 4's on the outside. 4. All right, bottom. Looking on the bottom here. 3 wide. Looking on the bottom. Twins. Trying to use the apron. He's trying to use the apron here. Looking on the bottom. Looking on the bottom. Come on. Still there. Clear. Good job. Do all you can. They're beating and banging behind you. There's a lot of beating and banging. Here they're really beginning to just spread out at this point. Here, 3 wide. Watch 3 wide for second. 3 wide. Oh, jumped the hill. He jumped the hill. Everybody's checking up. And there's going to be a wreck behind you. There's going to be a wreck. Going to be a wreck behind you. Going to be a wreck behind you. Cautions out. Cautions out. Cautions out. Cautions out. This time, another problem here coming into turns 1 and 2. This time, it's the 88 spinning out in the apron. Nice little accordion. A little accordion here. Looks like it's just a single car spin. Here in turns 1 and 2, no other cars got in. All right, bring it around, please. Damage did you get? Wow, definitely. While we're here, let's go ahead and look at tickets to the race. Here, next few races are going to be on kind of alternating between Fox, FX, and then we got 2 on Fox. We got the race in FX. Then we got to come back here in May for the showdown in the All-Star race. Those can be seen on FX, and then the remaining part of our NASCAR on Fox and FX schedule will take us there out to the road course in Brighton. And then we're going to be going out to Michigan, Pocono, Pikes Peak, which recently announced that they will be running the Roval configuration next year. Here. And then we ended out the summer race at Daytona. Always a sellout for that one. Jacob Tube didn't really get a good start, so he's going to be in second, which if 21 does anything, it's going to be pretty sketchy here. But the good thing is Nate Sherman's on the inside. I'm sure the 48 and the 21 are going to be beating on each other here, bud. So stay on your toes. 6, so it's going to be 7 laps to go. Surprisingly, how aggressive this race has been. Only 4 cars out of the race, and that was from that big wreck a few moments ago, early in the race. Base car is off. Green flag back into the air. Jacob Tube so far has been the king of restarts tonight. Is 3 wide going into 1. Maybe. That doesn't look good. Nate Sherman spins and they ends out. The 21 just dove in there. And the 4 and the 21 now gets tipped into the wall. And Jacob Tube comes ahead of the chaos. That was just wrong. On so many levels. That's ugly right there. That was I mean, that's what you got to do on short tracks sometimes, but that could have easily been preventable. 21 could have just tried to make the corner. Anyways, here's what the 21 had to say. We got loose there. Kind of what happens here on these restarts, I guess. Yeah, nothing needed wrong. Nothing needed wrong there. It's just too many cars going in one spot. Here. Wow. Here's what Nate Sherman would say. Fair warning, if you get near at 21 again, please take him out and I'll go punch his spawner in the face for me because he's an idiot for doing that shit. 3 wide just dives in there, literally just takes all of us out. And guess where they're going to restart? Towards the back. Ironically, nose to tail. And I'm sure Nate Sherman's probably going to remember that. Little deal there. Between the 48 and the 21, they're probably sure there's going to be a little bit of bumper usage. And a lot of it. Anyways. Front row, here we go. It's time the 20. Got a pretty good start. The 24 is able to keep with the quarter of the car as we are 5 laps to go. Laps to go. Now it's going to be... Come on. Still there. Half a car length, half a car length, half a car length, half a car length. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. All right, good. We good. Got in. We're in there. Off of 4, there are going to be 4 laps of racing to go. I'm sure that 24 is probably going to want to use that bumper, and he's going to use it quick. And here comes the 14 and the 2. Getting a little aggressive here. And meanwhile, side by side, further back, the 24 is he's closing in on the 20 of Zach's speed here. He could try to edge him out of the way. As up the hill goes both the 14 and the 4. Here, battling for third. The 2 has just slid in to take third spot. Three to go. Oh, this doesn't look good. This does not look good whatsoever. And the 4 is going to put the bumper to the back of the 2. And Robert Smith gets put into the wall. All as the caution comes out. Oh, more wrecking. It's time. It's like as they're slowing down to get the caution, 2 people ran to the back of each other, and you know the rest. I just wrecked this. Get it rolling if you can, please. Get it rolling. Get it rolling, please. This was all in the front stretch. Looks like the 5 is in it. He's sitting parked in the grass. The 10 go all the way out past the Bulldog sign to miss it. And the turf people are going to really love that. The 7 is in it. 27. Road Rage. I think the 2 didn't appreciate that. Huh. As the caution comes out, looks like we're going to be going to overtime. And this was all behind them. There's some contact here. Yeah, the 2. Just turns him. Plain and simple, I guess. Just straight up moved him. Now, overtime racing. This means if you're the 24, you're going to have to get the restart of your life. And that people normally bump draft at this place. They're going to actually behind them, the 88 just got tipped into the wall. Made pretty hard contact, came back, and basically just cleaned out both the 7 and the 27 as he came across the track. Now the 7 is going to be pulling behind the wall. Overtime here, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Jacob Tube is going to have to get the restart of his life right here. Ready. All right, force pushing you hard. Force pushing you hard. He's pushing you hard. All right, he's going to let you go. Great jump by the 24. He did not expect a big shove. The 20 did not expect a shove from the 4. Here comes the 22. Zoex Moon under the inside of the 20, moving him up the hill as we come down the backstretch. We are at the overtime line. This race will be determined official. The caution comes out. Out now. This race is over. We come off turns out of 3 and 4. You will see the white flag sponsored by... Oh, we got a wreck behind them. Oh, God. Hard crash behind the leaders. And this is going to be the race. Oh, my... Oh, he's still getting beat up in that. Caution comes out. The race has been deemed official. They got past the overtime line, and wow, there's still piling up in there. Wow. To say the least, that was definitely a big one right there. And as the caution came out, the 24 was in front. Now, as the yellow came out, 24 was in front, and this means that Jacob Tube is going to win tonight at Brighton. Now, keep in mind that this was when the field froze at the moment of caution. How about Caleb Hoffman? He came across 10th, missing an entire right front clip. They got past the overtime line, but that was a fairly big rack. I'm not going to lie. There's oil everywhere. The 5 is pretty banged up. Contact with the 42. Looks like Derek was going to check on him, which is great to see because that was a violent wreck. At least a good 10 cars caught up in this last lap incident. 10, maybe more. But more importantly, the 24 of Jacob Tube, second win of Season 5. $29 cars finishing this race, which is definitely a pretty interesting record. Congratulations to the 24 team. It's actually right on the dot, about 5 minutes past midnight when we got the checkers here Saturday morning on the East Coast. Thank you for staying with us here on FX to witness a fairly exciting, wild race and a wild end to it. Caleb Hoffman came across the line wrecked, just like he did Friday in qualifying. A lot of right front damage to the 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars were caught up in this last lap melee. If you guys want to continue watching us on FX, there's going to be coverage of the Simpsons movie right after this race. If you want to continue watching NASCAR coverage, tune to FS1 for the live race day footage, post-race show, NASCAR Victory Lane, where we interview our winner, Jacob Tube, in the 24. And what simply could be described as probably one of the most brutal races we've seen here at Brighton. But only 5 cars finished. 4 of them were knocked out early in that big wreck. Jacob Tube is probably the only clean car in this entire place. And amazingly, Dylan Murway with the smashed up left front, after getting into that dust up with the 21 and the 48, he still managed to finish this race in 5th. Congratulations to the 24. 1 week from Sunday, we go to Thunder Valley. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern with the NASCAR Fox Career Show. And at noon is going to be live coverage of the Food City 500 presented by Lowe's Home Improvement. And with that, we're going to be signing off saying so long from Brighton High School.